going through the same thing, like the media, the build up to that. It's just like, even being a coach, you're probably like, wow, this is one of those moments that was insane.
That night I had 5 fighters on the card. I was running back and forth from the arena to the backstage to do the walkout. They wanted me to do the walkout. I couldn't stay by the cage. And then you and George were fighting in the main event. I think it was 55 to 60,000 people about. Record breaking at the time. It was colossal. I mean, it was a great fight between you two.
Yeah, man, coaching is stressful as hell. A lot of people don't realize the coaching aspect is almost as stressful as fighting, because you put your heart and soul into coaching. You know, I haven't coached a lot of people, but the guys I do, I put a lot of energy into them. And I imagine probably the same with you, especially someone like George, the guys you put energy into. When you go out with these guys, your adrenaline spikes, you're going your ups and downs. So you're probably just wiped out cornering 5 guys. People don't realize this. That's a big fucking, it seems like, oh, it's an easy job cornering, but man, the stress of that is insane.
It's a crazy amount of stress. It's because you know what? You want everything to go right. You care about that person. And it's just like everything is criticized. You know how it is, right? Even when you do well and you win, people criticize you. And I get it. It's tough. I think you got to make your peace with that, because at the end of the day, if you're in the spotlight, I always tell the fighters, you know, there's millions of people watching. There's only a handful fighting. You know, you guys are unique. You're special. You made it this far. Like, don't let people look down on you. Don't let people step on you. Like, but you're going to get criticized. Even if you win. Even if you win in round 1, you submit the guy. Okay, you're going to get praised, but people are going to be like, he's that good, but he's not as good as this guy. There's always going to be some negativity, some type of criticism. And I think that's what really stresses people out, because the thing is, fighters spar all the time, right? They train. It's not the combat that's the problem. It's the criticism. If something goes wrong, it's all the media. It's all the hate you're going to get, you know? And I think like, you don't want to see people you train with or they work so hard. You see how the fighters work so hard, you know, dedicate so much. And you want to see them have their day in the sun, you know, have a positive outcome, you know? So that's really, I think that's where all the stress comes from. It's the fear of like, not doing all that work and not getting the reward, you know?
Losing, it can be devastating, because it can be life-changing to them. Like, you know, like the embarrassment, the money, they're moving up, they can get hurt. There's just so many factors. It's, you know, when you're your coach, if you actually care about them, which to me, I only coach people that I care about, you're taking that same stress with them. Not to the same level. Obviously, the fighter's taking it to a higher level, but it's, because I guess a coach, you're not quite prepared for it. When you're fighting, you're really getting yourself in that mental stage before you go out there. When you're like a psychopath a couple weeks before the fight, but when you're a coach, all of a sudden it's like, oh crap, this is like happening.
Yeah, and you gotta, as the coach, you gotta think of everything. You know, everything could possibly happen in the fight, because like the fighter wants to know that you're looking. I have a lot of fighters that can't watch tape. It makes them nervous. It makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The coach has to watch the tape. The coach has to figure out the game plan. And if you don't get it right, you know, people could be upset. People could be like, hey, you know, we could have done this. And of course, there's always gonna be the Monday morning quarterbacks. You know, the guys who, oh, it should have been done like this, should have been done like that. Well, say it before the fight, you know, before the fight, it's all guesswork.